Okay, good afternoon and welcome to NWCR's Removing the Liberal Blindfold for this Tuesday, the 9th day of June in the year of our Lord 2020. The left will stop at nothing to make sure that they are the ones who stay in power, though their attempts at bribery and lies to the people are getting found out. And now for what is going on. A friend of mine got a hold of a flyer put out by the Demon Brats supporters that tells the story of Republicans as only they see it. Upon hearing this, remember the 92 shot and the 57 who died in Chicago this last weekend, and then tell me what is really going on here. Here's what the flyer said. And this is not making anything up, folks. This is from a photo. Democrat, hear the call. Time for action is now. Republicans are enslaving, killing the brown man. Are you next? Warmongering Republicans understand only one thing: war. It is time to eliminate them before they kill us all. We must act now and save the world. Republicans are not actual humans. They are subhuman troglodytes, and God approves of killing them. Advocate, assimilate, isolate, assassinate. No border, no wall, no USA at all. Reject whiteness, reject greed. Death to America is all we need. F Fox News, and if you are a Republican, F you. We'll train your faggot children to death. That is what was on the flyer that's being passed around. And now to remove the liberal blindfold here, folks. Really, folks? They are putting out violent stuff like that, and we are the ones who are warmongering? I think not. One of the things that I've seen over the years is if something like this comes out from a group of supporters that is Republican, the GOP denounces them for putting out stuff like this. The GOP don't need voters like this, even if it means they lose. They don't need voters like this. The Demon Brats do not do that. When it comes to stuff like this, they won't say anything because they are afraid of pushing off someone who could be maybe a voting bloc for them. They care nothing for this nation or the civility of it. To them, civility is just something to be sacrificed for their own betterment in the world. To hell with everyone else. It is like these so-called protests across this nation. As I've been saying, it is okay to protest. It is okay to protest the wrongful death of someone. But when the protests become violent, they cease to be about that someone and become just a means to do something that are normally illegal and you can get thrown in jail for. The media, and even the conservative media, needs to stop calling these violent criminals protesters. They are not. Conservatives, for the most part, are the ones that denounce this type of behavior, even if it means losing votes. The Demon Brats will not. To them, like I said, a vote for them is way more important than telling the truth, and the people had better wake up to this because this is what is destroying this great nation. You don't believe this? Look at what has been happening over the last few weeks and how many of our cities and neighborhoods are in ruins because of this. And when you see something out there like this flyer that I read you a part of that was on there being handed out by the left, this should be a red flag to everyone. Chuck Norris, in a column that he wrote about the Texas Ranger statue being taken down, had a good thing to say about all of this from WND and what we can do to stop it. He says, suffice it to say here, especially in the light of needed healing in America's divisions, our second president, John Adams, was absolutely right when he said, we should begin by setting conscience free, when all men of all religions shall enjoy equal liberty, property, and equal chance for honors and power, we may expect that improvements will be made in the human character and the state of society. Unquote. And what is the evidence that we properly appraise or have reestablished the true value of all humanity in our own minds and hearts? Simply put, you'll know you got it right when you treat all men, women, and children the same. You'll know when despite your position or power, you emphasize the power of other fellow Americans, just as our great Fort Worth police did when they took a knee with the peaceful protesters in their grievances. It was An even more powerful demonstration of the true public service when Police Chief Ed Krause diffused a growing showdown with protesters by praying with them as well. When Americans get it right, you might even find the National Guard members dancing the Macarena with protesters in downtown Atlanta. That's the way to heal America. Pray we all get the message and live it out. God bless America. God bless our troops. And as a friend of mine used to always say, we will not be ruled. This is Robert the Infidel, and I will see you all again tomorrow. Thank you, Claudia, for being here, and have a good day.